Hi, how you going? Hopefully you're having a good week, a good day, even just a good hour. Sometimes that's all we can sort of hope for in our day-to-day lives. So thanks for joining me. Again, just a little video just to give you some thoughts and sort of think about yourself and things that you're doing. Last time I did a video of things outside of our control. This time I'm just going to do a video just about the things that are in our control, things that we have actually some sort of leverage over, and how we can sort of modify those sort of things. And a lot of these are then things that you'd probably sort of think about, but maybe unconsciously doing something to control those sort of things. So I think a lot of these ones that I'm going to talk about now are really things that sometimes just naturally happen and you don't think about them, and so you don't really think that they're in your control, but you do actually have an ability to change the habits around these things to make them more suitable for your life and how you're thinking and feeling at that point in time. Some of these things just occur naturally based on your experiences, and you don't actively do it, but if you actually spend some time to look at it, you can then actually sort of hopefully make a positive impact. So some of these are quite interesting. So one of the things is really around your boundaries and your thoughts and your actions, all of those sort of things. Now, a lot of times we get boundaries from a child, and as we're growing up, how we interact with people, and those sort of things, and what our thoughts are, and how we react to people as well. Not only just our actions on a day-to-day basis, but also how we react to people as well. So those things are all sort of innate in us. And sometimes they are not the way we want to be or the way we thought we would be. They might be picked up from parents, other relatives, friends at school. I know when I was growing up, I always liked certain friends, and then I would mimic certain things about them, whether it was a laugh or an action or something like that. And it was those sort of things, and I think it was a sort of form of flattery that I actually enjoyed that person's company, and I did things like they did. But in a real sense, I was not probably secure in myself, and so I was looking for something that I thought somebody else was doing that was interesting. So I copied those sort of things. But these sort of things are things that you can actively look at. You can look at your boundaries. When is enough? When do you sort of how long do you put up with things, and also just what are your tolerances? And sometimes these are things that you have to reevaluate and see how you're going, and make sure that they are still appropriate for where you are in your life cycle. Because these things should change, because you've gained more experiences, you gain different perspective, and so those things should change. The other thing is around those thoughts and actions. Sometimes, like I said, they're habits. They're things that we've always done, and they've kept us safe, and our subconscious knows that this is how we like to be. But that doesn't mean we can't review them sometimes and sort of see how they are working and whether they aren't working. So this is also something that we can actually do some work on ourselves to sort of see whether are these reactions still okay, or are they built on something else, some fear as a child? It's even something in social settings. Some people have reactions from when they were kids of having to be certain way around grandparents or aunties and uncles or something like that, and that's how they still react today. But you are now an adult yourself, and you can choose how you want to sort of react, and you can choose what your thoughts are about those sessions. The other one that I sort of want to talk about around that sort of topic is just your thoughts as well. Sometimes you have some thoughts that are generated from others. Again, a lot of this sort of stuff is generated as you grow up, is innate in you, and you need to sometimes take a step back and sort of see, are those still the way you want to think, or do you want to be thought of? So sometimes you need to take that step, actually understand what your thoughts, your actions, your boundaries are, and then sort of see whether they need to be changed into a more something that's more relative to your time frame and your life cycle at this point in time. And that can then have a positive impact on your own mental health and how you feel about yourself, your self-conscious, your self-belief, and also your self-worth as well. So all of those things can then add up to be quite a lot and be quite powerful in terms of how they make you think about things. I'm going to do another video in later on. I'll go through some more things that are in your control. But they're just some of the first things, like your boundaries, your thoughts, and your actions. And just make sure that you understand where they come from. So thanks very much. I'll talk to you again real soon.